Hello, welcome to the JCPod. I'm your host, Jaden Chandler Parnell, and hey, shout out to the Knicks and Warriors to keep their seasons alive. Knicks and Warriors only down 3-2 now. They have two more games to potentially try to steal it. Yeah, and then we got some NFL action I'll talk about today. Got some NFL schedule announcements that we'll get into. Also have some other NBA action happening tonight, and then won the show, of course, with some MLB standings and everything. So, without further ado, we're just gonna hop right in. Like I said last night, Lakers, Warriors, Heat, Knicks. We had the 2-3-1 games last night, and hey, I give we'll start with the Knicks game. I give the Knicks a lot of credit. The Heat came out blazing in the first quarter, and then that second and third quarter went on. They kind of just like laid off the gas, and the way the first quarter went, I mean, the Knicks could have legit just gave up and didn't do anything, but they decided to hang strong, be like, no, we got this. Just gotta weather the early storm. And man, I don't even know where to begin with that game. Jimmy Butler did nothing. Really weird game. The Heat couldn't shoot for shit. Jimmy Butler did nothing. I mean, that was just about the worst Heat game that you could have had from the team. And they only lost by 9. I know it's 9, but it was a lot closer than that, let's be honest. The Knicks just kind of let the Heat back into the game towards the end. The Heat had so many chances to win it, but Jay just didn't take it. They just, like, honestly, the vibes from that game screamed that we're going to take Game 6. Kind of the same for the Lakers game as well. I didn't watch nearly as much of the Lakers game as I did the Heat-Knicks game. The Heat-Knicks game, although it got to 15, it wasn't blowout territory. It managed to just avoid it and kind of stay, like, a little below it, and it wasn't a blowout for the Lakers Warriors. The game kind of went into a blowout towards the end. They got to like 20 points and stayed at 20 for a lot of the game. AD went out hurt at one point. I mean, it's just bad. Yeah, it was really bad, honestly. Really bad game for, especially the Heat. The Heat played terrible. That was one of the worst games I've ever seen. Like, literally, that did not look like the Heat team I've been watching this whole playoffs. That looked like the regular season Heat team that was getting beat by like a bunch of nobodies, but I mean, it is what it is. I thought they might be able to take the game in the Garden. They did not. And like I said, for the Lakers game, I mean, the Warriors just put up a good fight, man. But I'll get into some stats of the games as well, just to give like an idea. But yeah, for final scores, the Heat end up losing 103 to 112. Like I said, the game was a little bit closer than that. Jimmy had 19, 7, and 9. Brunson had 38, 9, and 7. And the thing is, too, like, as a Heat fan, it makes me kind of cool that the Heat probably shouldn't have won. I mean, the nice thing about it is Jalen Brunson basically played the whole game, so he's gonna be a little tired. Let's just say that going into the next game. I mean, it's the NBA, though. We'll see how much it affects him. But Brunson played a lot of that game. Excuse me. Quentin Grimes played a lot of the game as well, so he might be a little. It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes going in the next game. That's just something I noticed. Bam played 38 minutes. Jimmy played 42. So that was a little bit big on them. But yet again, Jimmy played 42 minutes, but I felt like offensively he did not do nearly anything that he's been doing this series. So it makes me like, I just wonder what that game was. There's something very weird about that game. Like, I'm not trying to take it away from the Knicks at all. That's not what the goal of this is. Like, I truly am just weirded out. Like, that was just a weird Heat game. Like, they couldn't get anything to fall. Jimmy just didn't take over. And there were like instances I was begging for Jimmy to take over. Like, towards the end of the game, they're down like 6. It's like, Jimmy, please take a jump shot. Jimmy, please do this. Like I said, he just took the game off, it seemed like, so it seems like he was just kind of conserving himself for game 6 a little bit. It's not the end of the world. It's just one of those really weird things. Duncan Robinson had a really decent game. He went 5 for 10 from 3. Wish he would have shot a little bit better. There was 2 of those threes I wish he would like hit. That would have made the game a lot more interesting. But hey, I'm not going to complain. The Heat were up 3-1. They have now. They lost one of the games they needed to win. But hey, they got 2 more games to basically do the same thing. So I don't think the Knicks will win 3 games in a row. Hopefully the Miami Heat can get business done in Miami. Early line for you. Heat are favored by 5. For the Lakers game, early line, the Lakers are favored by 2.5, I think, right now going into game 6. But like I said, last night, it was just, yeesh, blowout city. 121 to 106. I think that score is a lot closer than it actually was. They were LeBron had 25, AD had 23, but went out hurt. Vanderbilt, I guess, started, but played 10 minutes and didn't do anything. They didn't really get the Lakers didn't really get the help from like the third person this game. Their best help would have been Reeves or Russell, who had 15 each, or maybe Schroeder that had 14. Which, mind you, isn't too bad, but when, Draymond get 20 and 10, Wiggins has 25, Curry has 27. You're going to get beat. Hey. I mean, it's just one of those things. I think there's another thing where they didn't, I just don't think that, especially when it comes to the Lakers case, I think the Heat had a little bit more urgency than the Lakers did. I think the Heat just shot like complete dog shit, and they just couldn't do anything offensively when they played the Knicks. Like, that game, I just think it was all offensive. They couldn't do anything. The Lakers, that game from the kind of rip just felt like, they were able to keep it close and everything, but Lakers went down 15 really early, and then it floated around 13 basically the whole game. Like, I think they got under 10 for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, if that. But regardless, like I said, this isn't a dog the Heat or Lakers. But just congratulations to the Knicks and Warriors, who are able to keep their seasons alive just for a little bit longer. That leads us into tonight, where we'll have the Nuggets, Suns, Sixers, Celtics. I'm going to be on the 76ers tonight. For some reason, even though they won on the road, Philly is a dog. I don't get it. I truly did not get why Boston is favored. Boston should have won last game. Them not winning last game basically for me kind of seems like, oh, they're kind of done, aren't they? Obviously, I think they could force Game 7. That'd be crazy if they force Game 7. I won't lie. That would be a fun Game 7 to watch. But I just think the 76ers get the job done tonight. I mean, I just don't. I thought this with the Lakers though, so I guess like the Lakers in Game 4, they showed me enough to where it's like, all right, I think that they could. I think they're gonna be good. I could see them beating the Warriors Game 5. Will they? I think I even said on my show, like, I don't know if they'll win Game 5, but I don't see how they don't, doing the same shit they basically did. Same thing goes for the Sixers. I mean, last game, Embiid dropped 30, Harden dropped like 17, 8, and 10, but Maxey also dropped 30 as well, and that was the big thing. It's good to see if Harden drops 40 again. I think they win. If they can get Joel Embiid to drop 30 again, Harden to do the same, Maxey up. I truly do not. I do not see how the team loses tonight. I just think that Joe Mazzulla, I think the coaching is what's getting this team beat right now. No offense to Joe Mazzulla. I think he's done a really good job for what he's done this season. It's just, you gotta admit, the dude's 35 in his first head coaching gig. Like, he's gonna have some issues here and there. He's already came out and said, like, there's timeouts he should have been calling, which is not what you should be doing and coming out and saying. So, I mean, there's just situations where Joe Mazzulla, I think, is learning on the spot versus Doc Rivers, who's been in. I'm not saying anything against Joe Mazzulla, but Doc Rivers has been in the NBA and coaching, I think, longer than Joe Mazzulla's been alive. Or he's been about there. Especially, like, me, if you count his playing career and his coaching career, he's done that way longer than Joe Mazzulla's been alive. But coaching career or just playing career, you got a little bit of fight against me. But regardless, man, yeah, I just don't think Joe Mazzulla has it, honestly. I think he's a decent coach. It's just, yeah, the big thing is the timeouts, man. Somebody brought this up on a podcast I thought was very, very, very intriguing. They were talking about his presence on the sideline. He doesn't bring a presence to the sideline. That's a big thing that I've just now recently, I would say, like within the last year, like truly, truly understood, like, oh wow, the coaches do a lot more than, because you know how it goes. Like, you follow the sport, but you don't follow it like too closely. For example, like a casual watcher. Like, I'm not going to call myself a casual NBA fan because I would definitely say I'm a little bit more than casual. But when I'm watching a game, like, I'm not thinking about, like, oh, this is what the coach is doing. Like, at least not before. Because in the regular season, I don't think you notice it as much. But playoffs, you notice it a lot. Like, Eric Spoelstra is the king of the challenges right now. Like, a lot of these coaches, like, this is a whole different rant that we'll get into a different day. I don't know if the coaches know how to use a damn challenge. Like, they're challenging the worst calls ever. And then there's very few coaches like Spoelstra who's saving us for the clutch moment, actually getting it to work, and it gets reversed and everything. Like, there's just been a lot. Yeah, technically, like, this point isn't directed at just Joe Mazzulla, but overall, the coaching in the playoffs has been so-so with some of these coaches. So, like, basically leading back into the Joe Mazzulla point, like, I think he's good. It's just he hasn't done enough to, like, make his presence felt on the sideline. Like, he's not there, like, working the ref all game and being like, hey, I'm noticing this. Like, there's a point in the Heat game, the announcers brought this up. I don't know, like, they were saying how they saw during, I think it was either one of the timeouts or during, like, a play where we couldn't see as an audience. They were talking about how Tom Thibodeau was telling something to the refs, and then sure enough, like, a few series later, they get 2 offensive fouls within, like, 3 or 4 series. So it's little stuff like that. Like, the coach is telling the refs, hey, look for this. Hey, my guy's doing this. Hey, their guy's doing this. And, like, even if it does nothing, you're just giving them the thought, because as a human, you can't tell me that another human, like, coach. So, for example, put yourself in the ref's shoes. You can't tell me as a human somebody goes, hey, come on, the dude's body checking my guy. Watch it. He's doing like that. And you're like, whatever. You can't tell me you're not going to, like, look for it. When you look down, it's like, all right, let's see if he's giving him a little... Let's see if he's giving him a little elbow in the back. Let's see if he's giving him a little shot. It's just stuff like that they need to look for and work on. Like, I mean, you saw Eric Spoelstra all night. The refs didn't do too much for him towards the second half of the game, obviously. But, like, during all night, he was just in him. That's not a foul. That's a foul on us. This is that. That's a foul on them. That's a foul on us. I don't know how the hell you call it. He was just nonstop, any dead ball, talking to the refs, like, pointing out something. Like, that's just stuff you don't see Joe Mazzulla doing. Joe just kind of, like, sits on the sideline and just... And don't get me wrong. I think he's, like... He seems like a really good leader of men. It's just, like, he just needs some more experience. He needs to get more under his belt and everything, which is, I think, like, going to come, obviously, with more time and everything. But I just truly think because of that, I think the coaching is what's getting the Celtics a little bit this year. I know you got to get rid of Ime Udoka out there, the whole situation and everything, but that dude was a really, really good coach for the Celtics. It just sucks they have to let him walk because he felt like the perfect, like, fit for this team to get the most out of him. And it just feels like they're getting... It just feels like Joe Mazzulla's not getting the most out of him. That's the best way to put it. I assume they're going to retain him next year. I don't think they fire him even then. Like, the series not over, by the way, by no means. I'm going to be saying all this, and then they force Game 7 Friday, and it's going to be fun. Or Game 7, like, Saturday or Sunday. And it's going to be awesome to talk about. But I just think that when it's coming down to it, I think Doc Rivers is just out-coaching him slightly a bit, and I just think that he's not getting the most out of the Celtics. So I'm very excited to see the 76ers win tonight. Like I said, they're plus money, so I'm probably going to be riding on them. I was on the Heat and Lakers last night money line. Got the Heat spread at like 13, which I got some money on. But past that, yeah, that was not a good day yesterday in the NBA for your boy. Jimmy Butler's over. Didn't even get close. Like I said, Heat lost. Lakers lost. I was like, I think like 1-5, something like that. Some trash ass shit. Some Warriors on the road, trash. Some Athletics, trash. Like some hot trash like that. But yeah, overall, so then leading into that last game, we got Suns Nuggets. I am very excited for this game. So far, nobody's been able to give up a home game. I'm going to be on the Nuggets tonight. Very nervous. I don't think the Nuggets... I can't say that. Like, I think the Nuggets have a really, really good shot to win. I just, like... I don't know. It scares me because Booker was very human last game. Kevin Durant looked very human again in Denver, so it's going to be a very important Game 6 for them. I'm probably going to be on Booker 35, Booker 40 again. I've been riding that all series, and it's been doing decently well for me, especially the 35. Last game was the first game where it's like at least the 35 was a hit for me. The 35, for the sportsbooks I've been using, been plus money all series. All series they've been giving me plus money on Booker to score 35. It's like, hey, if the dude's going to average 35, you're going to give me plus money on it. I'm going to eat it up every time. But yeah, no, overall, like I said, I think I'm very excited to see what happens tonight. I'm excited to see what the Joker does. I'm excited to see what Kevin Durant and Booker do, how they announce Matisse. I mean, Jokic had 51 last game. And, so yeah, Booker is plus 400. I've gotten him at as much as 600 to 700, and they've lowered it to already to 400. I mean, they've been lowered. The odds been lowered by minimum like 170 since I've been on this series. So I like Booker. That's him for plus 40. I'm definitely gonna take it at plus 400. Him at the score 35 is plus 145. I mean, I'm probably gonna do the same with Jokic, who's plus 210 score 35. I'm probably gonna like I said, I'm gonna be on the Nuggets money line. Like I said, I just like these player options there. I might do Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's over 24.5. I might do him like a small. I might just do like him over 20, Jokic over 30. Put that like a little two-legger. That's probably not a good idea because one of them won't hit, but I just, for the odds, one's like minus 130, minus 140. If Jamal Murray score 20, it's probably like minus 300. So if I put them together, it might be something. But yeah, overall, I'm just very, very excited to see how the series goes. The series has had some great moments. That game, I want to say the third quarter in Game 4 in Phoenix was really, really awesome to watch the back and forth that they had. A lot of good shots, a lot of expert shot making. I mean, I'm very, very juiced for this series. This is going to be a big, big game, obviously. This is elimination game, I believe, right? I think the Nuggets are up 3-2. Yeah, Nuggets are up 3-2. So yeah, every series now is 3-2. Sixers are up 3-2. Nuggets up 3-2. Heat up 3-2. Lakers up 3-2. So it's nut crunching time. A lot of these teams, the teams who were down 3-1 were able to avoid the upsets. The teams, they were 2-2, made it 3-2. I think one team won a home game, one team won a road game. So right now we're just basically waiting. Tonight's gonna be an awesome night. It's gonna be pretty. I appear, obviously, as you guys know, I appear on my buddy's show tomorrow. It's gonna be very interesting to talk to him about Knicks Heat, because I thought the Heat might be able to get by. I was really hoping they'd win, so I didn't have to stress out more games. But hey, well, part of being a fan, we'll hopefully be able to close out Miami. But yeah, overall, I'm very, very excited for the games today and tomorrow. I think this is just me guessing. I think I want to say 3 of the 4 series are going to be done by Friday. I think the Lakers and Heat probably handle business tomorrow. And it's just a question of, do the Celtics win or do the Suns or Nuggets win? I think one game tonight is probably going to make them force a game 6, potentially. I feel like it's going to end up being the Celtics game. I don't want it to be, but it's probably going to be. But I lied. It could also be the Suns game. Like, I truly don't know. Well, we're probably going to get game 6 tonight. That's all I know. And potentially might get a game 6 tomorrow. But I think with the home crowd, I think it's going to close out, especially with how bad the Warriors have been on the road. And the Knicks haven't been playing the best this series. They finally got a good home game, and it took the crowd, I think the crowd basically kept the Knicks alive in that game, because they looked like, their body language was bad that game at some point. So it's just, we'll have to see. Obviously, they're an NBA professional team. They don't want to go home. They're going to keep fighting and everything. So, yeah, regardless, I'll probably end the NBA talk there. I'm very juiced, very, very excited to watch these games this weekend. Like I said, I think we're going to have 3 of the finals teams by Saturday. I'll be waiting for that one. So now we're going to open up with some NFL talk. Like said, so they have been. I said I was going to wait to schedule till next week. They've released some games, so I want to touch on some of the games just to mainly because too first, for those of you who don't know, my birthday falls on September 8th, so I would say every 3 or 4 years or so, I usually get a game on my birthday, which is fucking awesome. There's nothing better than waking up and I'm by the way, I'm one of the people I don't really care too much about my birthday. I love. It's one of the things where I appreciate the people who obviously reach out to me every time and be like, hey, happy birthday, man. It's I appreciate that part of it, but it's one of the things I'm grateful for. I use it as an opportunity to be grateful for the things I've done in the year past, doing the year upcoming. I try to use it as more of that. Obviously, don't get me wrong. I love to, drink with the boys a little bit, spend some time with the family on my birthday and everything like that. But for the most part, like I said, it's not the biggest thing in the world to me. It's another day to celebrate, basically. But the things I do love about it, occasionally there's those years. I don't remember what happened last year. I think it did. It might have been the year before. But I get NFL games. I remember my senior year of high school. We had the Denver Broncos versus. Makes me so mad I can't remember on the spot. But for years I've been able to be I remember on my birthday for my senior year of high school. Or no, it might have been my sophomore year of college. Because I remember something cool too about it. My birthday's fallen on some really cool events. I think it was my senior night. It's either my senior night or the most important rivalry game in all my high school. We had it on my birthday. Ended up winning, getting the sword back, which is we had with our rival Harrison. We fought basically over a sword. Coolest thing. It was really cool, honestly. I love the because you know how they have the weird trophies a barrel, a cow toe. We had a sword. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we fought for a sword. We had that. Then my freshman year of college, we had a game fall on that Saturday. I didn't get to play, unfortunately, because I was redshirted. But I had a cool little back-to-back thing on my birthday. But yeah, bring this thing all the way around. Yeah, we get NFL games on my birthday. Some years it's really awesome. This year it's the day before my birthday, so it's gonna be awesome to because the game's probably gonna go late in the night. It's gonna be awesome to go cruising in the night and then be yeah, let's go. But no, obviously I'm very excited. Lions Chiefs are gonna be our opener. That is very, very interesting. I'm going to read some of the comments, see what people said. Some people, I don't understand why Lions fans are going to get humbled real quick. I don't understand why Lions fans are sad. And then it's just people, this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a decent game. Obviously the Chiefs probably should win. And I know we're way too far in advance to be talking about, the wins and the who's favored, who's going to score a touchdown, all that kind of stuff. But I'm excited. That's going to be a really, really fun game to kick off the NFL season. Because this is the brand new Lions, as they refer to on some shows. Brand new Lions team, they were competitive last year. They would have made the playoffs if the Seahawks hadn't won. They won a game to put themselves in the playoffs. The Lions usually never do anymore. Against the Packers, they had a true shot. But overall, basically, it's going to be Lions Chiefs. I'm very, very excited to see that. I'm very, very excited. That's gonna be because usually, I mean, that's not a bad game. I'm excited to see how the Lions do. It's more of a I'm excited to see how the Chiefs come out to start the season, but that's gonna be more of a test for the Lions for my eyes. That's gonna be more of a all right. Let's see what the Lions got this year. So Aaron Rodgers is gonna make his debut with the New York Jets Week 1 on Monday Night Football against Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, on the funny enough the 22nd anniversary of 9/11. So, wow. Monday Night Football Week 1, that they're already saying, hey, Jets, get your ass in that primetime spot. Week 1, they're already pushing them in. That's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be weird to see Aaron Rodgers in number 8 Week 1, but, man, the Jets' life must be really good. They're already getting primetime games already. I mean, that they probably wouldn't have got beforehand. Like, the Jets are going to have, 5 or 6 primetime games this year, so we're going to have to get used to watching them probably. But, man, that is, the Chiefs will take on the Raiders on Christmas Day. That's going to be a Nickelodeon game. It's going to be a triple header for Christmas. But, yeah, that's Chiefs Raiders. It's going to be a really exciting division game. Kind of. I mean, the Raiders aren't that good. But, obviously, it's 5 months from now. They could be really, really good. But, from the outside, I mean, everything they liked last year's games, the Chiefs probably should have just trounced them with how bad the Raiders have been. Okay, so now, here's some of the games that have been announced so far. I'm going to have to scroll a little bit, too, while I'm going through. So, apparently, Week 3, Week 13, we'll have the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. By the way, some of these, like that one, I'm not going to talk about. I thought I said Week 3, it's Week 13. Like, that's so far damn in the future. It's just basically, this is the National Championship, the NFC Championship game. So that's going to be a real fun rematch, but that's really late in the season. They have the Giants and Eagles set again for Week 16. That's probably going to have division implications. That's probably why it's so late in the season. It's not a shocker. There's going to be a lot of, I think, division games that happen in the late season. I think that's going to be a staple from now on because that just makes teams actually have to play. Week 17, we'll have the Chiefs against the Bengals. And that should be prime. Man, Week 17? End of the season? That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I don't mind that. That's about it. I don't know if they have any, that's about it, what they have for games announced right now. I think, like I said, most of them are going to be coming. Most of them are going to be coming, I think, a little bit after after I get off live and everything doing this. But, yeah, Jack Mason also signed a deal with the Texans. So the Texans just keep adding to their little squad. But, yeah, overall, I mean, like I said, there wasn't a lot of NFL games announced. So, it's not too bad. I couldn't obviously say none. There's some weird ones. Like, I don't know why they're announcing Week 13, Week 17 games this late. Like, what? I think the Dolphins schedule potentially got released. I might talk about that a little bit. Because I saw somebody tweet something about the Dolphins, and I don't know if it was fully true or not they came out with their schedule, but I'll double check that real quick while we're talking. But yeah, overall, like I said, NFL's so far away, so I'll end the show here a quick minute with some baseball, but overall, oh yeah, here we go. This is something very important. But yeah, I'm going to finish this with the NFL schedule real quick, and then I'll go over some baseball standings, talk a little bit about baseball. So this is what I was looking for. The Dolphins are going to Germany to play the Chiefs this November. That's what that long video was. I thought the video was a schedule release for the Dolphins. No, it was them saying, hey, we're playing in Germany. So Chiefs, Dolphins in Germany. That's going to be fun. I already closed it out. I forgot to see which week. Bad hosting on my part, but we're so early in the season, I doubt it matters too much, and I'll be able to say it again anyway. So, but yeah, I'm very, very, very excited. Just the fact that they're leaking NFL schedules a little bit. Like, we still got a long way to go, but that's about where, what was I going to say? It's nice to, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's nice to get your toes dipped in the water a little bit though and be like, hey, we got a little bit of insight on the NBA or NFL. Like, ooh, there's some matchups we can expect. Like, I mean, I don't expect them to say too much. And like I said, it's so early in the damn season that, like, I just want to touch on a little bit, something that's really cool that at least, I was hoping they would have more of, like, the first few weeks games, like the first, like, week or two, but, nah, it's some cool ones, so it's okay. Yeah, but we'll end up, like I said, we'll end up with some standings, so, in the greatest division in baseball right now, the AL East, we got the 29-9 Rays. They are fire. They're the definition of fire. They are just on fire. They are the fire itself. Crazy. They're actually playing really, really well. Honestly, though, it's really awesome. They have a huge division lead. Orioles are in second place with 24 and 13. Third is the Red Sox with 22 and 16, and then fourth is Blue Jays 21-16. Yankees are fifth 21-17. Only division with all people who have a winning record right now. AL Central, the Twins are 21-17. The Tigers are 17-19. Guardians are 17-20. White Sox are 13-25. And the Royals are 11-27. That division, not too good right now. The Rangers are 22-14 in first in their division. Second is the Angels at 20-18. Astros still struggling out the gates at 19-18. Mariners 18-19. Athletics are 8-30. They are not a good baseball team this year right now. The Braves leading their division. They're 25-12. The Marlins are in second with 19-19. Mets are 18-19. Phillies are 18-19, and the Nationals are 16-21. If you aren't named the Braves in that division, you are having a very weird year where it's like especially like the Mets and Phillies, they should be winning a lot more than they are. They aren't. The Marlins and Nationals, you think they should be losing more. They're doing all right, but they aren't giving you any confidence. NL Central, the Pirates are 21-17. The Brewers are 20-17. The Cubs are 18-19. The Reds are 15-21. The Cardinals, who, as you can see, are scrolling up here. I've given up on that. They're 13-25. The Cardinals just look awful right now. I don't know what's going on with them. They need a miraculous turnaround to make up some ground. Then finally in the NL West, the Dodgers are 23-15. The D-backs are 20-17. Padres are 19-18. Giants are 16-20, and the Rockies are 16-22. So as you can see, we still have some of the teams out of April. Like the Pirates are still hanging on. They're still playing really well. The Orioles are still playing decently well, hanging on. Baseball's going well and doing great. I think they're the equivalent to, I saw there's like times in the season. They're about 22% of the way done. So they're basically like the week 4 of NFL. So we're about a quarter of the way through the season and everything, and it's just been a really, really interesting baseball year so far. The pitch clock has definitely made some games run up on the score that they probably shouldn't in some innings and all that, but overall it's been a really, really fun watch. But yeah, that's probably where I'll end it today. I think about touching everything, gave you some plays I have for tonight for the NBA, touched on some MLB, and we even got to touch on a little bit of an NFL schedule. Yeah, next week, hopefully, like I said, we'll have a guest. I want to say, don't be surprised if you see a Wednesday episode, but I don't think so. I'll probably shoot for Sunday, next Sunday, maybe for maybe even this upcoming. We'll see. I don't know. Just shoot. Let's just say be on the lookout for another episode of the JC Pod on Wednesdays and Sundays upcoming here soon. I need to double check. I'm assuming not this Sunday, but maybe the following Sunday, at least for a little bit in the summer. I'll be having my guest on because I feel like I don't want to do a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday show just yet without NFL season. I just feel like for NFL season will be perfect because what I'm planning on doing is like Tuesdays are the breakdowns of all the games that happen, basically just talk about the games. Wednesday will be kind of like the news episode, like, hey, this guy's injured. Hey, look for this in this upcoming game. This is what basically it's like the buffer. It's like Tuesday will be all right, this is everything that happened last week up to now. Like, these are the games that happened. These are the stats that happened. These are the storylines that are happening right now. Wednesday will be kind of like the refresh day where you're like, all right, so this is basically what's happening on now. This is what we're looking forward to going into the week, potentially for the games. And then Thursday will be my picks of all the NFL games, my bets that I'm probably looking at going into the weekend, and then just basically anything going up to the games that are falling that week. So yeah, Tuesdays are basically the refresher episode where I go over what happened on the week and everything. Wednesday's a recovery episode where we just basically spend the day recovering, going over some stuff that I might have missed Tuesday, and then Thursday's the day where we'll be picking everything. But yeah, that'll be upcoming here soon, but for now, like I said, probably going to shoot for Sundays just because Sundays I have the most free time right now, but when NFL season comes around, I won't. So maybe look for a Sunday episode. Like I said, this Sunday's Mother's Day, so probably not this Sunday, but next Sunday, potentially. Like I said, thank you everyone for watching. I'll be appearing on Captain by a Hook with the Red Beard tomorrow if you want to check out that. If not, I'll see everybody on this feed on Tuesday and Thursday next week. And hey, we might even get a Sunday episode next week. I'm very excited for my guests I'm going to have upcoming and everything. But yeah, thanks again everybody for watching, and I will see everybody either on Friday or next week.